statement is this for this team?
It's a 1-0 statement. You know what I mean? We come out here, everybody doubted us. Everyone made this about Russ. You feel me? We made this about the Seattle Seahawks. Come out here, play good ball for 4 quarters, come out with the W. Nobody expected us to win except us. It's always going to be us.
The defensive line made a statement in the red zone. Talk about the statement you guys made, causing multiple fumbles inside the 5.
Well, that's what happens when you trade one of your D linemen to the other team. We sit here and make plays, all of us. And that's what happens when you get 2 goal line stops. Right there, a win. Can't draw it up any better than that, man.
Last one is a negative, though. Jamal Adams going down for you guys as a defense. How big of a loss is that for you guys?
It's a huge loss.
Interesting point there from Shelby Harris, defensive end, or defensive tackle, excuse me. For the Seattle Seahawks, Shelby Harris was part of the Russell Wilson trade along with Noah Fant, who had a couple catches. Said that after the game on Monday night. I just thought I wanted to. Let's start off fighting today. Who is with me? This is interesting to see your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling, etc. So Shelby Harris just wanted to rub it in the Broncos' face. Good enough. That'll be the Seahawks Super Bowl. Every year in week 1, there's 1 or 2 things that happens that you look back and you're like, that was weird. For example, the Jaguars beat the shit out of the Colts in week 1 2 years ago and then lost the rest of the season while the Colts went to the playoffs. So anything could happen. Today is our first controversial Wednesday of the season. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I used to have a soundboard. Hold on. I have too many sounds. Let's try this one. No, that's bad news. Whatever. Controversial Wednesdays are back, and I have news for everybody. Some funny stuff and some actual controversial stuff. One thing to start with is that the Cleveland Browns, if you're watching on your screen, are going to go with this logo at midfield. Apparently, this is legit. We're not in April. This is not a joke. They're going to put this fucking elf thing on midfield. There's an elf in the Heisman post, and it's mad, and it's brown. It's got brown, like a brown Keebler elf, like kilt, which is, now that I think about it, a little racist, and it's got like the redhead ginger kind of hair. It looks brown and red, and it's mad, and it has 5 fingers, which we know from data. We like our animated creatures to have 3 fingers and a thumb. Disney solved that puzzle, and it's carrying a football in the Heisman pose. What are we doing? This is disgusting. Look it up. Look up Cleveland Browns midfield if you want to be ahead of the game. It's gross. Like, this is not... It is everything that is cool about the LSU Tiger Eye in the middle of the field. This is creepy. Whatever. Let's get into some actual news and controversy. We're going to start with the biggest and most aggressive form of controversy, and that is the shit show in Mississippi between former Governor Phil Bryant and Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre. There are texts in a lawsuit that have been revealed that show Brett Favre conspired with Governor Phil Bryant to funnel some $5 million allocated for welfare in the state of Mississippi. That would go to Southern Miss, the University of Southern Mississippi, in order to build a volleyball facility where Brett's daughter was part of the team. In the text, here we go. From Brett, can we help him? Well, this is from Brian. Brian texted nonprofit founder Nancy New in July of 2019. Can we help him with this project? We should meet soon to see how I can make sure this project goes. And of course, also from Bryant, I will handle that. Long story, but had to make a change. I will carry Nancy to see how long this will take. It's welfare money for welfare. It's money for welfare. Mississippi, notably, has no fucking money. They have no clean water in the biggest city in the state, and where the capital is. It's the biggest public fraud case in state history. $77 million in funds were misappropriated. Nancy New, this woman who Bryant was talking about, has pleaded guilty to 13 felony counts related to the scheme, and people are awaiting trial. Brett Favre is being sued and could possibly, this is bad. So, and then Brett also knew this was a conspiracy. In August 3, 2017, here's a text from Brett Favre. You can report this is all from MississippiToday.org, which was founded by a guy I went to class with, I think. Maybe he's there. I don't know. I think it was a startup from him. So from Brett Favre, we zoom in just for y'all. If you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? I'm reading on the media site. Bryant responds, Jesus Christ. No, we never had that information publicized. I understand you being uneasy about that, though. Let's see what happens on Monday when the conversation with some of the folks at Southern. Maybe it will click for them, hopefully. Okay, thanks. Wow, just got off the phone with Phil Bryant. Oh, so this wasn't Phil Bryant. This is Nancy New. He is on board with us. We will get this done. Awesome. I needed to hear that for sure. Is there any way the media can find out about this? Yeah, Jerry Jones, all of the colluding he's done with Dan Snyder and all that shit, allegedly, he gets away with it because he doesn't talk on phones ever. He talks in person. He looks at your hands. That's how you get away with shit. Jesus, is there any way the media can find out about this? So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad for Brett. Mississippi is a mess. What can I say? Let's get into something a little bit more juicy. This is so funny. Giselle Bundchen, of course, tweeted at her husband, good luck this year. Never done that before. And you don't tweet at your spouse in public. It's like one of those things where people who are not doing so good in their relationship just declare their love for each other on social media. Everybody who's in a relationship is like, that's weird. Yeah, so in an interview with Elle magazine, Giselle Bundchen was like, yep, things are going really great, but this is her quote. Obviously, I have my concerns. This is a very violent sport, and I have my children, and I would like him to be more present. I have definitely had those conversations with him over and over again, but ultimately, I feel that everybody has to make a decision that works for them. He needs to follow his joy, too. These are the comments she made in 2017 to Charlie Rose. I just have to say, as a wife, I'm a little bit, let's say, and it's an aggressive sport. Football, like he had a concussion last year. I mean, he has concussions. Pretty much, I mean, we don't talk about it, but he does have concussions. Things are not good in the Brady household. She denied that there was a secret divorce, but then she says, we've had the conversations over and over again. I would like him to be more present. Huh. Sounds like you're getting divorced, dude. The Wall Street Journal is exclusively reporting that cannabis, which remember Sha'Carri Richardson, was it Sha'Carri? I forget. I think it might be Sha'Carri Richardson, was not allowed to go to the Olympics in Tokyo because weed is on the the IOC's anti-doping agency list of banned substances. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, is going to keep cannabis on the list of banned substances. It's being used for legally and medical recreational purposes in some countries. However, they don't care. It's going to still be part of the deal in 2022, but the 2023 draft of prohibited list is still under consideration. However, they think it's going to be on the list, which is kind of strange. She didn't get to go to the Olympics because of weed. You know, rules are rules. When you're going to get tested, I don't know, but whether or not it should be on the list, I'm unsure. But just because America legalized it doesn't mean other countries are down. I think perhaps one day, but I don't know. The majority of countries can't do it, but I don't know why it would be banned. It's like alcohol. If you can play drunk, I guess it's on you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why it would be banned. Is there a reason? I don't know. You have to make an argument one way or the other. The Phoenix Sun owner, Robert Sarver, remember we had reported on him and his like racist, bigoted culture, but there was no proof. He is going to be suspended, which suspending owners is literally the stupidest thing ever. But he also is being doled out a $10 million fine, which is pretty big. He owns the Mercury and the Sun. The official word from the NBA and other stuff is that he violated common workplace standards. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He really is like an enormous, enormous piece of shit. And he deserves it. But I kind of thought that they would make him sell the team. They can't prove any of this. They can just kind of prove it. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like they're billionaires. They're going to get away with whatever they want to get away with. I mean, that's how it goes. There's really nothing else. There's really nothing else to say about people like that. They get to do whatever they want, and you and I don't. And if you get caught on camera, then you might go to jail. You might have to sell your football team. Who knows what can happen, to be honest. Tomorrow, Amazon Prime will make its debut. You need to have Amazon Prime to watch Thursday Night Football, and the NFL is going to throw Amazon a bone with the game, one of the 5 or 6 games of the year. Remember when Thursday Night Football was just like perpetually Jags, Titans, Jags, Dolphins, or whatever, some southern, southeastern teams, but the ones with the weird kind of frat boy colors that no one cares about? Not this time. It's Chargers and Chiefs. The two godlike. Chargers schedule. Yes. It's the two godlike quarterbacks. Why is Google being like this? L-A. So this is an interesting. Maybe I should report on this. Google outsources these, like when you Google it and the scores show up and stuff like that. They outsource the data in those to another company. Oh, excuse me, it's not Chargers Chiefs. Who is it? This is what I'm trying to find out. But the Chargers schedule isn't popping up. It's just a bunch of articles. Chargers. See, they outsource it, and sometimes these things they blink. Sunday, 9/11, that was last week. Thursday, yeah, 9/15 is Kansas City. Yeah, so this company is going through some sort of weird glitch. Yes, Thursday, 9:15. I knew it. Chargers Chiefs. So we'll preview that game and do a gambling preview tomorrow. Also, fantasy football stuff, waiver ads. Today is waiver day, so I'm going to finish up the show by telling you who you should look out for. I would like everyone in my leagues to know I have already made claims on some of these people, so there's really no reason for you to think that you can get an advantage over me. I am better at this than you are. Jeff Wilson, running back for the San Francisco 49ers. Elijah Mitchell seems to be out for a while. He suffered some sort of injury. He's going to be out. That's a good one. Also, from a tight end standpoint, everybody loves Gerald Everett. I forget which team he plays for now. It's an LA team, the Rams or the Chargers or somebody. He looks really good. Jamal Williams from the Detroit Lions looks really good. He's not going to have a lot of yards this year, but he had 2 touchdowns. He's going to be the short yardage back. He runs straight. He hits hard. That's going to be his kind of vibe. The other guy that people are going to be talking about, and you got to scoop him up, I'm sure he's going to be drafted in leagues with 10 to 12 teams and big rosters. Jahan Dotson, the rookie for the Washington Commanders. Carson Wentz played out of his mind. Dotson, Everett, Jamal Williams, Jeff Wilson. Find those guys. I was going to say Kyron Williams. We've been talking about Kyron Williams all offseason, but he got hurt like a loser. Just kidding. Get better, Kyron. That's going to do it. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Back and better than ever tomorrow.